Yo, what's up, guys? It is Nick here with some raw day trading, and today I am looking like homeless. Look at this in my home. Anyways, I've been inside all day doing I've been working and I've been eating, working and eating, those two things. But up pretty nicely today. Well, decent day. I was aiming for over G. I ended up fighting against this stock. What's it called? RAPT too much and lost some money on it. But besides that, I did pretty decently. I definitely was in striking range of 1,000. Um, there it is. Okay. And so finishing the day up here, $741 after fees. Only $27 in fees, which is fantastic, which means I was mostly not trading penny names, although one of the penny names I made $450 on, which is nice. It was quick though. It was quick. I didn't waste a whole bunch of juju on it. I'm looking at there's like notifications that I need to re-sign into my OneDrive, and it's just annoying. Anyways, day trading is risky. Most day traders lose money. Do not do this at home. I don't recommend it for people as a career or for fun because it's basically gambling, and most people lose money. And blah 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 blah. Make sure to start with small size. Trade in the simulator. This is not investment advice. This is merely for my posterity. I actually just like giving recaps too because it helps me study, helps me stay focused. And let's get into it. I have not a whole bunch of crazy stuff I'm going to go through today. We'll go through the open. We'll go through. Actually, let me just shut this. I don't want to see any charts at the moment. I don't want to have my level 2 up. Ugh. Anyways. Oh. Get this out of the way. 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 Okay. So at the open, here we go. Let's see. What are my notes on here? I had a couple trades out here. This is 30 seconds to the open here. We had this stock PIK, which I've been familiar with before. I've traded it, so I kept it up. And then TRAW was the main name. This one I missed. I hesitated right here for the break over 12. The spread was a little wide. I was like, spread starts tightening up. I didn't take it. But basically ran into a halt right here. That would have been a nice, $300. Whatever. Not today, right? Instead, I took a shot off relay, RELI. You can only see it by the level 2 right here. It was pushing here on to $4, kind of hesitating. It's kind of hesitating. It reversed a little bit. I kind of felt like it hadn't made a move yet, but it just needed to sell off a little bit before kind of recouping. I got in position here to buy the bid. Sometimes that works. Sometimes I just get blown out. I don't really like it. It doesn't really do much for me, but it does keep me safe from jumping in. I think that's where I make the most money is by just not trading it, the stock that I'm looking at, because the spreads end up being big and I end up just getting shaken out. TRAW actually doesn't halt. That was a false halt there. Hesitated too long. I end up grabbing my position here on RELI. I'm in. And and it's hesitating. There's some sellers here. I cut it, lose $1.50 on it, which I'm okay with. You know, it was a good cut. I like the cut. I like the trade. It's going to come back up around here in a second. PIK. PIK is still creeping lower. Creeping lower like it's done. Like it wants to almost be done. Find another position here. Find myself in another position here on RELI. And this time we got the buyers that come in. So that's second round buying. I'm looking to get above 4 here. 97, 96. See, the thing is, there it is. Once it gets above 4, the liquidity changes a little bit. The liquidity changes a little bit, and you can usually unload above it. Usually. Just a little technical trick there. All right, so made 350. Actually, probably made more than that because I'm up 350 now. Because after being down 350, so that was probably a $500. I was down 150, so $500 trade there. Decent. I'll take it. I don't even realize how much these swing sometimes. I'm just looking at the net aggregate of up and down and the final price, whatever. Here, looking at it, it's hesitating in the 90s. I'm in at 83. I think 4 is reasonable. It's flirting down below my level. I think I end up cutting this if I remember correctly. Yeah, I cut that right there for flat. It's going to end up actually pushing higher in a second here, I think. It's still testing low. There's no volume, though. Nobody knows which way it's going to go. Although I got an idea. Yeah, the volume is very low. It was a little bit better on RELI, but both of these have like relatively lower. No, the volume's way better on RELI. So I miss it again. It goes up above my level. I jump in high on this one. This one was chasing it. Thank God I get out at an okay price. Jump back in again. I'm pretty confident on this apparently. And 92, 90. The spread is wide, but the widening is in my favor. Right now my stop is down below. Or right now my entry is down below. Boom, look at that. It just opens up high. And I get filled at an okay price. 08, and then it goes to 25, whatever. I could have waited just a little bit longer. I would have been up much more. And this point, I'm up at around 6. It's not going to stay up at 6. I'm actually going to give a whole bunch back. On none of these, because I do recognize the danger on these, and so I'm going to fast forward. Fast forward to RAPT. RAPT is going to be a trawl. I kind of maintain a decent edge up here, or a decent amount of money until I meet with RAPT, and RAPT ends up being my first difficult trader of the day. And I'm starting out with, it's not crazy size on it, honestly. It's about the same size notationally. But this one started moving kind of funny. And I missed it on the way up right here. It's looking interesting. I'm like looking at it. I'm like, maybe. Maybe I'm going to take it. And so I trade around it. I lose some and make some back. And so I'm about flat on it, or up just a little bit. And then I start losing. It actually goes up pretty high. I miss all of this. The way it was trading was very funky. Give you a little hint here. I'll watch a little bit of it. Yeah, so like that's not even like a chart pattern really. It's just like consolidating. It looks like running into resistance at that window level. Um, it's holding, but it's looking like it's trying to reverse, and it's not sure what it wants to do. It was just difficult for me to read. And then all of a sudden it's at 207, and I'm like, what? It was just in the 80s, the mid 80s. And I'm like, okay, now I got to get into chase mode, chipping off 3 cents here and there if I can. Miss this right here. Lower my size. I'm like, I can't trust it. Now it's all the way up to almost to 20. Yeah, it's this level too right here. And I'm just, it's like, wow. All right. Anyways, it's a lot of that action. I get up to $700. And then on the way down, I go back down to 5. Down 530, and it just does this continuation downward. And I keep thinking reversal. I don't think the party's over yet. That's my thought. I don't think it's over. I think it's gonna like try to clap back and like snap back up. But I'm being patient, which kudos. I do like that about how I traded. I was very patient today. Setting an alert here, and just kind of kept creeping lower. There wasn't really a bottom on this bad boy. Yeah, it was not a bottom on it for sure. Uh, it ends up okay. So slip in trades. So apparently, I'm going to take an order here, and I'm going to get slippage. And let's see where that happens. There's a lot of selling volume too. And this is like a gate. So this gate got opened. Like there's a check here. The check failed. And more selling volume came in. So a lot of stuff pointing downwards. This big red candle, bearish engulfing basically, or not totally bearish engulfing. Big green candle. But I'm still thinking there's some hope here. And the hope is what gets you, especially in trading. So it's down below the 20 SMA here. It's down below all of these levels, this pre-market level in the blue dotted line, this window that it like got into here. Like in my head, I'm thinking just pop above $2 already and let's have that back check. That's what I'm thinking has to happen. Meanwhile, at the same time, you had DRCT that halted up. So maybe that had something to do with it. Kind of took some attention away. TRAW doesn't look like it was doing anything crazy. RIPT, now it's looking like it's trying to turn. And then I think this is where I start taking positions. Let's see. Jump in right here. Don't get slip on the entrance. So the entrance is good. But I'm holding too long here. I already know that. It's holding too long. Oh, that's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for the whatchamacallit. That break, the candle close, whatever. And then I take a decent loss on that, like maybe $70. And then I'm like, what's going on here? I jump in here, jump out, normal bullshit. It's a motorcycle drive-by. and then it's back up above, and I get a good position here. I'm like, all right, I can ride this now for like 97, but it's kind of stalling. Like I'm in on the good position. I got what I was looking for, and then I take it out for a 1 cent winner. Of course, it is now at 90 and 91, and then it finally kind of makes its move up above highs. Voila. All right. So 6 to 15. Let's see what else we got. I want to see that next. Okay, so there's one trade here. I know I made a mistake somewhere here. And I jumped in somewhere when it was selling, and I triggered a trap, as in it looked good, and then once I bought, the bid dropped out. So it could have been this one right here. Because I think I lost like another $100 here. Boom. Buy at 84. Sell. Oh, that was stupid. And then sellers come in. Okay. Oh, I try to buy the seller get eaten up, and then boom. That's what tricks me out. Got it. And of course it's gonna like go back up, duh. But only because I sold to it. Otherwise it would just keep going down. No, I don't know if it's true. Woo. There's some flashing around here. Yeah. And now at this point I was up 7, and I'm, flirting with no, and I'm down to 200. So lost about $500. Oh, 353 on it. But probably around 400 from the highs, because I was up like 100 on it for a second. Okay. So that's that. I kind of like resigned to not trade that, which is good. I was able to go elsewhere, make some money back. I had to slow down. I had to recenter myself and be like, okay, $200. I'm still green. It's okay. I don't need to force anything today. I made some mistakes. It wasn't working out. It looked good, but it didn't look good. It looked good in one sense, and in another sense, it looked, bad. And because of the momentum we had, I was willing to take some risks in some maybe not so good places on the chart, and maybe, it wasn't the best. And I wasn't paying attention to the chart pattern as much as I should have been, and I maybe focused too much on the curl, and maybe the negative parts of the 5-minute chart just were overwhelming. So I don't know. As you can see, like, the thought processes can get kind of convoluted, because sometimes this stuff works and sometimes it just goes higher, right? And it will go higher fast, and that leads you to start taking positions maybe a little bit too early when the signs are not quite right to do so. Which was what I was doing. I was trying to preempt it, because I didn't want to get in and pay that higher price and risk like jumping in too high and then getting dumped on. I wanted to take the small losses, and I just took so many small losses that it kind of ate up a lot of my day. So that's where I ended up on that stock. I actually lose a little bit more on it in a second. I don't think I'll look at it though. RIPT at what? 950 through high. Oh, I already did that. RIP trying to the curl. Did that. AQB 1016. DRCT trying to get false halt. Oh, and then this one 1016. Where are we at? I think it's here. Where is Stupid stock. Huh. Okay, so this right here is an interesting case. This is DRCT. Um, it came from it's up a good amount right now, but the fills are kind of weird, and this is what I had on my chart to like look at. I mean, I take notes of like all like the interesting times in the market, and now here does a false halt where it starts to pull away, and it looks like it's not going to halt down. I jump in right here. I send my order out at, oh 05, 07, whatever. It does not fill. And I'm like, whoa, what's going on here? And then it like starts popping higher and higher. I cancel my order. They allow me to cancel it, of course, because I'm in a favorable fill position and it takes it off their books. Not able to cancel it when Schwab is in an unfavorable position and I'm in a favorable position. So, F Schwab for that policy. And I cannot confirm that that is the policy, but that's what it seems like. It seems like whenever it's unfavorable and it lingers like that and the fill opens super low or super high or whatever, um, then it has to go through. But when it opens in my favor, or when it looks like it's going to fill in my favor, and when I get in at a good price and it just doesn't fill, I feel like that's when they allow you to cancel, because they're like, we don't want to have to honor this, get you in at the NBBO, okay, which is the national best bid or offer. And then it starts going, and I'm like, all right, let me just test here if I can get in. And then it fills me instantly with 450, whatever. That was all I wanted to see there. 1022 or 1122. And so now I kind of flounder for a while. I get a couple small chip shots somewhere. RELI goes again. I don't know if I get into that. I don't really care. Halts up, grinds down. RAPT starts to make a little bit of a curl. I get really excited. I actually make some money back, I think, on one of the rounds up here. But then at 11, after waiting and watching DRCT just go $1 a share from where I tried to enter, which is annoying, AQBB comes around. It was moving earlier. Let me find it. AQB comes in, and I'm like, oh, how nice. Look what we have here. Spiked higher earlier, now kind of making a curl into VWAP, and I'm like, I'll take a shot. And I take a shot. Starts moving in my favor immediately as I get filled higher, actually. But not too much higher than my entry. And I'm like, I can hold this for a little. It signals really strong into the 780s on the ask, but the bid is kind of still dragging behind. I'm kind of patient on it. It's hesitating here, though. There's a little bit of sellers coming through. I take half off. It holds. I take the other half right there. And then that puts me up above 600, Nice $280 trade there. Nothing crazy, but definitely changed the tide of the day for sure. Before that, I was looking at finishing the day maybe up 300, and which is okay, nothing wrong with that. But looking at it again, I'm like, I think this might have a little bit more in the tank. I'll wait for it to kind of shake out here, or see what it wants to do. There is a buyer that just came through who's getting joshed around right now on the bid and the ask. Basically, I just mean that the bid is like moving away from the price at that the 7,000 share buyer bought at. So now it's kind of reaching an equilibrium where it can do stuff like that. And so like I'm a little bit more cautious. There's some heavy selling going through below the bid there. Yeah. But something got me to buy right there. I was like, that looks all right. And so I buy. And holding. It's signaling strong again. It keeps signaling strong. And I'm trying to hold on here. I want it to kind of rip up. I've seen these stocks do, oh yeah, there it is. I've seen these stocks in situations like this just kind of just keep ripping to the halt level, like green after green after green. But here I decided, I don't want to do that. And so I unload. I'm up 790 at this point. It looks like it's kind of consolidating. It looks like it's not actually making a move. The volume looks okay. Now it does this. And so I'm like, I don't know. I'll keep watching it for a little bit, see if it wants to do like a heroic recovery. But, I got back up to the highs, and because of that, I'm like, hands off. I do a couple more things, give back some money. RAPT, I try to take it up, and I make some money on it, and at one point I'm up $1,000, I think. Pretty sure I got up to like $1,000, yeah. Let's see, what do we got? NVNI starts moving out of nowhere. Actually, well, it's continuation, but it starts like, look, it literally just like pops up, halts, and then fails once the volume comes in. Like, basically, don't want to touch that. And I'm just hanging around the house eating. And RIPT, I think I missed all the trading I had on it. So can't even show you that. But at one point I was up close to 1,000. So anyways, that's my day in a nutshell. I will see you probably tomorrow. The only reason why I say probably, not certainly, is because it is Christmas Eve. And depending on what I get into tonight, depending on what I have going on tomorrow in the afternoon, because I do have to get ready to fly out of here, that is trying to, I don't know, something might happen where I just decide to go work out early or something. But I think I'll be able to, if I trade, I will almost definitely get a review out. Anyways, good talking to you. Peace out, guys. Remember, day trading is risky. Don't do this at home. Bye.